Wyatt. I haven't turned Sirenscape on my end. I basically have to wrestle with Sirenscape. It's telling me that it needs to verify I'm a human by playing with a Stegosaurus.
Oh look,
It's a bit of a weird one. Mm-hmm. Yay! Thank you, the cock. That's so kind of you.
Right.
Just got the announcement that I give out the announcement that I've been subscribed for 12 months.
Very cool. All right. And Lella's opened the Voarcel playlist marked out only as The Dark.
So,
yes.
Last week we had a bit of an encounter. We
A little
went
bit.
into the entity that has been trying to torment Skullface and was revealed to have been the cause of his darling wife's death. So he's in a frothing mad rage. We also have a few members of our party getting royally fecked over, whilst Dot is tending to what we can only assume is the real Ruby. There's the music.
Yes.
So, we rejoin in the middle of a fight.
Yeah, so first things first, Foundry over the past day or two has updated its 5th edition framework, which means that a couple of things have been, rejiggered. Because we stopped our game mid-combat, the initiative was wiped. So everyone's kind of in a slightly different order than what they were in the last session. However, we were about to get to Seedie on her turn, so for this turn only, the order is going to go Seedie, then Skullface, and then everyone else.
Okay.
Does everyone agree with that?
Yes, for me.
Okay, so Seedie, the start of your turn, as the creature is focused on basically ripping Ang to pieces, the hideous laughter, basically it sort of releases your mind and you are yourself again.
Oh, thank goodness.
Because the DM forgot how many concentration spells she has. That was a DM mistake.
How
At
dare
least
you
it's
not know
barely
every single
over.
nuance of this game?
And let me just move you to the side so we can actually get to you there. So, are you remaining prone or are you going to use half your movement to stand up?
No, she is going to use half her movement to stand up.
Okay.
Even though hideous laughter has worn off, she is going to continue laughing, although more under control. I wasn't laughing with you. I was laughing at you. And she moves here, so she's...
Telling yourself that, darling.
And she is going to poke the ever-loving crap out of her.
Okay, and yeah, because of her dog's position, you are flanking, so that's advantage.
Right.
Okay, I can't see dog.
Gale is over here. You see where the markers are? I think from your position, where is Skullface? Very quickly.
Up here.
You're over here? Yeah, they are just out of range. You would need to get closer.
Right.
Yeah. Okay, so a 14 is unfortunately not going to hit.
Damn. Oh, offhand attack.
18. Oh, no. 18 won't hit.
You're kidding me.
It's polymorphed into a Drider. The Drider has an armor class of 19.
Yeah. God. Okay.
Yeah.
Guess end my turn now.
There we go. Sorry about that, my dear. Next up, as we said earlier, it is now Skullface's turn. So, Skullface.
Skullface is going to go, Dot, Ang and Jurnis need healing. He's going to run 30 feet.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to level Letitia.
Mm-hmm.
And he's going to take 1 shot. I say he's going to take 1 shot. 2 shots.
That's was it 1 shot or 2?
2 shots.
2 shots, not a problem. A 14 misses. A 26 does hit. Roll me damage for Letitia. Okay.
It's 14.
Okay.
He's also going to yell, "Oi, face sake! Aren't I good enough for you?"
Why not? Is that your turn?
Come on, you fucker. Yeah.
Okay. So at the end of your turn, Gale's going to use one of her legendary actions. And... Oh, actually, no. She will not. She cannot use legendary actions while polymorphed. She can only move on her turn. So, next up is going to be Dog. My beautiful wife is moving around. Beautiful wife!
Your advantage this side.
So, it is Dog's turn. What would Dog like to do?
Just start used already. Let's see. What's as many countries as Britain does that?
Yeah, I was curious about that too.
I guess
Any attack you make will be with advantage because you're flanking with Seedie. If that helps.
I guess I'll just try and wait.
Sure.
I think I've already used. Yeah.
You used the spike growth ability. That's a 1 a day. I think you have a couple of other things though.
No, the entangle's 1 a day.
Ow. Okay.
Yeah, but it would be within mine and CD's space. So I'm just gonna
I
try it.
gotcha. Yeah. Grab another spider leg. 4. Wow. The nat 1 is bad. Fortunately, you're flanking. So yes, that was a crit. Roll me some damage. Okay. That is a good chunk of bite damage to the horrible spider lady. She hisses at you. She doesn't like that. Next up is going to be Dot. So all the way over here, you hear Dot roar in fury, rip the hat off, dispelling her illusion. And let's see, so she's going to get to about, let's say here, about 30 feet. And she is going to use her... Let's see. Let's start with the prod. She's going to take a shot with her crossbow. That is going to miss. Unfortunately, I don't think she has. I don't think artificers have 2 attacks. So they do not. That's unfortunate. Graz, it is her turn with Jurnis on deck. What would Graz like to do?
I'm gonna assume Graz is seeing that Jonas is beat to shit. So, in
Yes.
concern for her friend, who's freaking the fuck out. Hang on. I need to zoom in. Because I can barely see the grid.
Mm-hmm.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Just gonna run her little ass over here. And I'm pretty sure she has a potion on her.
Mm-hmm.
Just double checking her inventory. She does. She has a potion of greater healing. So
Okay.
she's gonna use her action to shove that in Jurnis' face.
Oh, that's good.
Nice!
Do you want to give yourself a healing, or do you want me to do that?
You go ahead. So
Okay. No, that's not 20 damage, 20 healing. Sorry, I'm so used to hurting you all.
That is the absolute maximum that potion can heal.
Well done, that's a good fucking roll. What else? Is there anything else Glass wants to do? Technically, that's a bonus action.
I thought it was a bonus action for yourself and action to force someone else to do it.
That does seem fair. Well, does she
That's
want to take a bonus
exactly.
action to do anything then?
She's gonna move her hunter's mark to this.
The hunter's mark never left that.
Oh, is it still there? Alright.
Yeah.
Thought it moved. Okay, never mind then.
Yeah, no, because technically it's the same entity that she's had targeted the whole time. It's just polymorphing itself.
Fair. Then there's not much she can really do as a bonus action.
Okay. We'll just say as a free action, she flips Gale off.
Pretty much.
So, Jurnis, at the start of your turn, you see Florian coming towards you, knife in hand, and it's like you back into something for a second, and before you turn around, you feel hands on your shoulder, and your mother's voice whispering in your ear, "It's not real," as the illusion disappears. What would you like to do with your turn?
That fucking bitch! Alright. I was expecting not to be able to do anything, so let us fix this bitch. And I'm going to quickly line this up just to make sure. Yeah, alright. I'm gonna cast Shatter on that point.
Yes! The trademark. Okay, roll me some dice.
Have to pop it.
Constitution save. Okay, what does it do if it saves?
It takes half damage.
Half damage. Okay, so that's going to be... Let's see. Unfortunately, Gale does save because she rolled a 21, but she still takes a bit of damage.
Okay.
Also,
Yeah.
how much damage does she need to take before she has to make Constitution saving throws?
Whenever she makes any damage.
Any damage at all?
Yeah.
Well, technically, she just did a Constitution save to recover that, so again, that was a 21. So, she retains the polymorph for now. Gil, it's your turn with Ang on deck.
Well, just to finish off my turn, I'm going to give Bardic Inspiration to Ang.
Okay.
Ang, just fucking kill the bitch.
But in the meantime, it is Gil's turn. What would Gil like to do?
Okay.
You're over here across the ravine. The fire, by the way, doesn't hurt you. It's not real.
Over 30 feet, and I'm going to shoot my law.
Okay, roll it. Uh, 19 hits. 10 piercing. Very nice. She's looking a little bit injured, and she's starting to, give some very choice words in Dwarven. Anything else you want to do? Do you want to do a second attack?
Yeah, and then I have a question. More just about the foundry than...
Yeah. Yeah, 21 definitely hits. Roll me damage again. And what was your question, my dear?
Okay, so because I'm a complete dumbass, when we roll attacks and there's two numbers beside each other, which number are we going off of? And how do I tell
The
if that's
left.
rolling for advantage or disadvantage?
Yeah, we always go for the left. So whatever the left number is, that's your normal number.
Okay, so when Dog rolled a bite and he rolled a natural 1, but on the
Yes.
other side he rolled a 27, why did we go with the 27 to hit rather than the 8?
The reason we went with a 27 is if you see where he is there, he's technically flanking with
Oh,
Seedie.
right. Okay,
Yeah.
so okay. Okay, I'm just trying to understand.
No problem.
when-
no problem.
when you roll with advantage, you just roll with whatever's higher.
Okay.
Hmm.
Alrighty, thank you.
But yeah, Gil, both shots hit, straight into the chest of this creature. It's hissing, and that was 20 points of damage. So, any bonus actions?
I don't think so, but let me just double check.
Not a pop. Ang is going to be next.
Do I want to use that or?
Oh, the answer is usually yes.
Well, because I was thinking about using my Misty Step just to get closer.
Hmm.
So, can I just do that?
Yeah, absolutely. So, boop, you do the Misty Step. Ang, it is now your turn with Skullface on deck.
Okay, 1 sec.
Not a problem.
Okay. And I did not open my sheet because I was buzzing my face.
Not a problem.
So let's see. What do I have?
I think we were talking about you have some elemental abilities. There was like a dragon fire spit thing.
Yeah.
You also have
So-
inspiration from Jurnis. Oh, incidentally, so does Seedie from the previous session because, again, the DM made a mistake.
Going to.
Different kind of inspiration, though.
Ah,
Let's see. Go for unarmed strike, and hopefully it hits 22.
okay, 22 will hit. Roll me some of that
And-
damage, please, sir.
Where is my? No, I don't want to take a short rest. Fuck off. I just suddenly falls asleep in the middle of combat.
Very sleepy kitty.
Cats, you can't trust them.
I mean, yeah, this is true.
So, hopefully, being out of range. Actually, you know what? Where was I before? Here.
Yes.
Okay. So, okay, I'm gonna keep that for a second because the fangs of the fire snake.
Hmm.
Oh, actually, never mind. I don't need it. So, use a key point to use that on it, and damage for the unarmed strike, and then an extra. Was it D10?
Mm-hmm.
No, I don't want to roll 2. I want to roll 1. Enter.
Oof.
Fuck off. Fuck off, Foundry.
That's unfortunate. Oh man, I'm sorry.
I'm sure then just stick my lighter up on her. Ha
It's literally Sam with the vial against Shelob. But yeah, except it's a lighter. So, any other attacks? Bonus actions?
Well, since I didn't use my full movement, I will now move closer and get my other unarmed strike. Please be good. 21.
Yeah,
yes.
that hits. Uh-huh.
For additional 5.
Mm-hmm.
And okay, so
You could have moved up so you'd have an advantage.
Where would he get advantage from? Technically,
fine.
I thought it had to be a perfect diagonal.
As long as
I think it's house. Yeah,
as long as the
to be honest with
as long as
house
the
rule.
Oh, from what I understand, as long as the creature token is like between you and the monster.
Yeah, that.
We've always to be honest, we've always house ruled it as long as it's up can face it.
If that is, again, I'm willing to give advantage for that in the future. If someone can give me an example of that, that's absolutely fine.
Here's the confusing thing.
Yes.
Would this count as advantage? Would that count as flanking? Would that? Making it immune to flanks on the side when you think about it.
Yeah. Yeah, because of its size, it would make sense that it'd be easier to flank. So I'm going to be kind and say yeah, but yeah. In which would mean, in essence, that these are both crits. So,
Yep.
Oh shit.
That. Wow, so crit.
So crit, very ow. Yeah, she's not looking pretty good, and she just is looking at you with absolute fucking hatred. So, is that your turn?
I think so. Did my regular unarmed strike, I did my bonus unarmed strike, it's flurry of blows, and that's 2 unarmed strikes. Wasn't I doing 5 before?
Yep, you get 5 for flurry of blows. 2 attacks with regular flurry of blows, but bumps up to 5. Actually, no, it's flurry of blows is 3 strikes, which counts as your bonus action, and you got 2 attacks.
One more then. So yeah, 25 hits and bang, bang, bang. All right then, not a bad turn. Next up, these characters do not get a turn. Mr. Greenstride.
Skullface. One. 2.
That hits. Yeah, they both hit. Okay, so hit number 1, 7 piercing damage. Okay, yeah. Second attack, just 6. So I need to find out what her actual health. Okay. So you basically destroy this creature, and in its place, Gale just sort of appears.
And he's going to run up to there.
Mm-hmm.
Put Letitia away and draw his machete. I just point it at her. I'm taking your fucking head. Nice.
At the end of your turn, because she can now cast her legendary actions. Yeah. Let's see. There's so many people nearby. How about? Actually, yeah. She doesn't like the fact that all you people are here, so she's going to burn polymorph again. This time, let's see. Where in the world is the token? We did the giant ape. Okay.
I'm real tired of your shit.
Too many forms.
Just wait until oh, you think this is bad? This isn't even my final form. As before you, this horrific amalgamation of different shapes and faces appear before you. Basically, imagine a giant chimera with Rena's face, Gale's face, also I would say Ruby's face as well. And there are wings, there's tentacles, it's a whole shit show. And all the heads are laughing and cackling and chittering. It's not very nice.
I'm starting to get real tired of your chicken shit antics.
If you want one of my heads, which one?
All of them.
I'm assuming that was your turn, yeah?
Yeah.
Cream is unfortunately not available. Seedie, what would you like to do to this thing?
She is gonna poke it again.
Okay, let's get to some jiggery pokery.
Ho ho ho.
An 18 will hit, because the armor class for this creature is a little bit lower.
Also gonna sneak attack.
Mm-hmm.
And
Very good.
With my
10
offhand,
piercing.
22.
22 will absolutely hit. So minus 13 for sneak attack and an extra 13 piercing. Very nice. That you took off a good chunk of its health there with that one attack.
Barely injured.
Yeah, well, still better than better than unharmed. Anything else?
No, any movement would offer attack of opportunity, so I'm going to leave as is right now.
Very wise. Dog, it is your turn with Dot, then Graz on deck.
Alan? Kill.
Sick 'em. I will just try to fight it again.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. 17 does hit. Roll me some damage. Okay. Not amazing, but it's still something. Anything else that Dog can do?
No.
Okay. Next up, getting real pissed off with her crossbow, Dot is just going to do 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. 30. Yeah, I'd say she's going to dash straight up to get in the middle of all this. The hat is off. You are in the presence of a large, furious, bloodthirsty Minotaur.
Does she get to go?
Say that again.
Does she get to go? She did dash.
I don't think she has any bonus actions.
No, I was going to say, she should have bonus actions. It's a Minotaur ability.
Oh, oh yes, yeah. She has the horns.
Right, it can be used with dash as well, right?
Yes, it can. It can. Yeah. Okay. Thank you, dude. It's not like I played a Minotaur or anything. You'd think I'd know this. Good lord. Okay.
I learned from Devillo. I learned from what happened with Soldier and Devillo.
Yeah. So yeah, she slams straight into the middle of this thing, horns down. Yeah, that does actually hit. So not a massive amount of damage, but yeah. And now Gale needs to make a strength saving throw, I believe. She makes it, basically just shoves Dot back a bit, growls. I will say, just for the fun of it, Constitution saving throw. That's a 21, kids. That was Dot's turn. And this thing is starting to look a little... It's massive and horrific, but it's looking surrounded. Graz, it is now your turn with Jurnis on deck. Also, is Ang sleeping?
Okay, who turned me upside down?
I don't know. It wasn't me, I swear.
I can't.
She's not about to say, boy, I turned you inside out. We're okay.
Oh,
Okay,
come on, Graz!
What you do is you click on your token, and then it's, I believe it's shift, and then the control. There you go.
23 and 18.
Yeah, both of those will hit.
Okay.
Both of those.
Hunter's Mark is an additional 7, so 17 in total.
Okay, -7 on top of that. What a shame Gale doesn't have resistance on any other forms. Okay. Everyone's just like...
Oh, also, the heads up, Cream is going to be more delayed. The person giving him at home had to take a detour and is taking a while on that detour.
Yeah, it's all, there's no rush. It's all good. As long as he's taking care of himself, that's all that matters. So that's going to be Graz's turn?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. Jurnis with Gil on deck.
Okay. Jurnis is sick of this bitch, so she's gonna give everyone a little bit of fun by casting Bane on this bitch.
Ooh. A charisma saving throw. I'm assuming a 6 does not succeed.
No.
She is baned. Let's see. I'm sure there's an actual symbol for Bane. But yeah, anything else that you can do while I'm running through that?
Well, if you have a little concentration marker, you may put it on Jurnis.
Yeah.
For bonus action, she is going to give Ang some bardic inspiration.
You already did.
Very nice.
Or the skull face, sorry.
Skull face. Okay.
Skull face, fuck the bitch up.
I'll fuck her up, down, left, right, whatever direction you want.
We'll just use the icon for that.
Colin just said, then just kind of.
Go up, 2 down, left, right, B, A stars. That's what we want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what everyone says.
Okay, so that's going to be your turn. Next up is going to be Gil with Ang on deck.
Hey,
So, also, Bloody, yes, I have actually seen drivers like that.
I just realised I didn't give her a turn in the turn order.
Who?
The boss that you're fighting.
Oh, no, that's
You've
fine.
literally
That's fine. She doesn't need a turn.
Oh no, I'm so sorry, but she does, and she'll be getting 2 turns to make up for it. But carry on, guys. Your turn, Gil.
Miss anything? He wouldn't have noticed then.
What would you like to do, Gil?
here and shoot my longbow again.
Yeah! Poke the bitch.
'Cause I don't want to accidentally kill me.
16 will hit.
Windows.
7 piercing. Boop.
Okay.
Or take another shot.
Goes vinted.
10 unfortunately will not hit.
Oh, boo. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to roll damage.
Oh, it's all good, it's all good. Yeah, I'm the one who applies the damage, so it's fine. Oh, I am definitely the one who applies the damage. Speaking of, wait until her turn.
No.
But before we get to that, Ang. So yours.
Why did I have to hold my Godic crunch with my right hand? Okay, so I'm going to do 1,
That's
Miss.
a miss.
a 2, that's a hit,
Yes, that is a hit. 7 bludgeoning.
and all right. Word blows is already open. Okay. So key point and 1, 2, 3.
Okay, I think only 2 of
Yeah,
those.
good. Third one's not gone.
Hang on. Right.
Here we go.
There we go. Yeah, all three of those are going to be hits. So give me some of those sweet numbers, please. Pop, pop, and pop. Okay.
Thanks.
Yeah. She is looking a little bit rough. Unfortunately for you, though, it is her turn, and because I forgot, she is going to get a double feature. So, first of all, she is going to basically the head that looks like Gale is once more going to slam down on Ang. Does an 18 hit?
Yeah.
Okay, she's going to nom you for 13 piercing. So that's going to be chunk. Oh, jeez.
Are you taking away the bane? Minus D4.
Oh, is this D4 to attack rolls?
It's
and
a D4 to everything this creature does.
Okay, first of all, let me heal you back up
State,
for
rolls,
that.
and attacks. Minus
Okay.
a D4.
17, 16.
That
So,
means you rolled
1 second,
little less
D4.
than 18.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, Ang, does a 17 hit you?
Yes.
Okay. And 13, 14, 13, 12, 11. Okay, so now you're going to take 11 points of piercing damage. And that was her first hit. The second attack is going to be with her horns, and that's going to be at... I would say this one's going to be at dot. 25 absolutely hits. 1 second, I am rolling with the Bane.
Sorry, making sure.
22 absolutely. Okay, it's a 25. Dot doesn't have over 20 AC. Come on. 11, 10, 9. So that's 9 points of damage. Math! And last but not least, she's just going to try and rake her claws over Skullface's face. Let's see. Does a 22 hit you?
Yes, it does.
Okay then. That's going to be... That's going to be 11 points of slashing damage to you. That was
Okay.
turn number 1. Her second turn is she's just going to look at you two fellas. The Gale head is going to rear back, and she is going to breathe fire. So that's a 15-foot cone. I don't think she'll be able to hit both of you, actually. That's unfortunate, but let's see what we can do. 15 foot. Yeah, no, I think that's going to hit both of you. Would you please give me a dexterity saving throw, gentlemen? Both of you.
30 saving throws. Come on, Ang.
Ang, Skullface succeeds. Ang fails. So, let me just remove the Bane.
Give the cooked kitty.
Okay, the cooked kitty is gonna take... You take 23 points of fire damage. Alright, so we'll get to the death saves and everything in a moment. 23 points of fire damage to you. Half of 23 to Skullface. So if someone wants to
That's
do
11.
the math. So if you could take your own hit points down there, because of Bane, I can't manually do that. Okay, so after wailing on this bitch for a bit, she just kind of snaps and takes a chunk out of a lot of you, including downing Ang in fire. So that's nice. Skullface.
No, I was having a bit of problems with the.
Say that again.
I can't. My hit point should be at 57, but for some reason. There we go.
I'm-
Cooked kitty.
Yeah. Sorry, Frux. What was it you were saying?
Oh, I was just mentioning what Skullface was mentioning.
Ah.
Just checking Skullface's inventory because he should have a potion of healing on him.
Mm-hmm.
I'd probably say it'd be a regular potion. It's not there though for some reason. He was given one. I do remember him getting one.
Okay. I will go on faith, and I don't know why it wouldn't be in your inventory because I haven't updated your character sheet.
That could be why. I probably
Well,
didn't.
no, that's what I'm saying. I haven't. Oh, well, there you go. Okay. I will say this: if anyone can just check their sheet and double check that they have all the items they should, because from this point on, I'm not going to be adding anything back in. Okay.
Right. Well, he's going to use his turn to basically jam that potion of healing down Ang's throat.
Okay. Would someone like to roll some dice for how much healing that's going to be?
So that's
For a
2d. I think it's 2d4 plus 4, isn't it?
Okay.
Let's roll. That's 7 points of health.
Yeah, I'm right back where I was.
And he just goes to dot heal Ang.
Dot's not here right now.
Barry, that's not what's stop. What is Zelda? What is Zelda?
I can see what I can do bonus action wise.
Oh, yeah, sure. Absolutely. I apologize.
No, there's nothing you can do.
Okay. Seedie, your turn with Dog on deck.
Alright. He's just gonna do the pokey pokes again. Whoa, come on.
Unfortunately, that will not hit.
You know what? She is going to take a step back because she has another idea. And she's
Okay.
going to incur the attack of opportunity.
Yeah. Let's see. I think literally it's a bit surreal, but one of the heads, basically, it's like, you know how it basically bends over backwards and snaps at you. Does a 15 hit?
Oh, thank fuck, no.
That
It
was
doesn't.
okay. Okay. And what would you like to do, my dear?
Well, for bonus action, she's going to take shots with the laser pistol. I mean, it's not going to be with disadvantage, or do I have to go further?
What is the range on the laser pistol? Let's open that up a moment. 30 foot to 120. I think it's only if you're right next to it. I think, say, shooting someone from 10 feet should be okay.
Okey-dokey, because that's
Yeah.
what she's going to do.
Okay. These are just straight rolls?
Yep.
Sure.
2,
Mm-hmm.
3.
Okay. Two of those will absolutely hit. Give me the damage on the first two, please. Okay, let me just do some math here. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22.
Wow. The second one's only 18, but still.
I'm doing math.
Alright.
Please bear with me a moment. Okay, so 16... One moment, please. So 16 plus 9, how much is that in total?
Plus 9,
25.
25. Okay. Pop. And 2 points of damage to her actual form. Because the damage carries over. Oh, no, that didn't. One sec. Oh, no.
Oh.
Gosh darn it. Come on, no. Remember what your health was. Gosh darn it.
Wow.
Okay.
So Cream is back. Give him a few minutes, and since the DM decided that his monster should have 2 turns, can Cream get 2 turns?
He can, absolutely, as soon as we resolve what's happening here, because the second attack Okay. Yeah. So this is what happens, Seedie. The first attack, it vaporizes the illusory form, and the real version is revealed. The second attack, she is going to burn her last use of the illusory duplicate, and because she's looking a bit injured. The third one, an 11, that just misses. So you've done some damage. That is going to be your turn, though. Is there any bonus actions or anything else you wanted to do?
I still have some movements.
Okay, yes, give me some movement.
She is just going to go back here to give... Actually, who's next in the turn order?
Next? Well, we're about to have Cream's turn.
You know what? I'm gonna move... Sorry. I'm gonna move here to give Aang some advantage.
Okay. Let me close the Chimera sheet because she can't use that anymore. At the end of your turn, I think, looking at the situation and the number of people around her, I think she is going to tug on her cloak of the mountebank, and she is going to cast Dimension Door. And you basically see her sort of to the other end of the arena.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Does it get attack opportunity?
Here is the thing. So you teleport yourself.
I do not believe so.
Yeah, it is. It is a
teleportation, isn't it?
yeah.
Get the fuck back here! You fucking coward!
I think I'm good, thanks. Tahoo! It is your turn. What would you like to... To be honest, though, you are actually closer to her.
Can you wait for me to get in the game?
Oh, not a problem.
Tahoo, kill that fucking bitch!
She might
I
actually
literally
be in
have
this
no idea
range.
what's going on. Can I get a quick cliff notes while I'm logging in?
Yes, basically this bitch has been polymorphing. She's assumed all sorts of weird, creepy forms. You're fighting Pennywise the Clown.
Oh,
Essentially.
Basically, it is literally the Pennywise build from Tulok the Barbarian.
well, I'm also tuning in the Jurnis stream. Jurnis, you're still playing Sea of Thieves.
Yeah, it keeps saying that. I haven't played that in a long time, but for some reason, some people's Twitch it still shows that I'm playing Sea of Thieves, even after I edit and update the stream info.
Oh, it's like some people where I still get the notifications for the Twitch stream on my phone where it says happy birthday, and I'm just like, but their birthday wasn't for like 6 months ago.
Yeah.
Oh, Twitch.
Alright. I see myself. What am I staring at? Where is everything? What?
So, yeah, okay. You are right here. This is an
Fireball.
illusion. Yes, this is an illusory ball of fire. The rest of the party were over here beating the shit out of that horrible little bitch, but she has just dimension doored right there.
Oh. Where again?
Her again, right there.
Wait, right there?
Yeah, basically,
Wow.
I'd say one. Yeah, she's a 65 feet away from you.
Ah, damn it, 65? Fuck. I was
60.
gonna say,
Oh,
if she
you're in
was
the shadow.
60, it would have been perfect.
I know, right? You know, since
We'll
I'm
just start off
going
by
to be kind.
moving.
If you want, I can. Oops.
That's okay. We'll just start off by moving anyways.
Yeah.
15, 20, 25, 30. That the bitch?
That's the bitch.
Alrighty.
And incidentally, Graz's Hunter's Mark still works, even though she teleported.
Thank God I didn't actually walk too close. Alrighty. So... Dart.
24 definitely hits.
Dart,
Roll me some
dart.
damage. Okay, so that is going to do that amount of damage. The 11 does not hit. The 12 does not hit. The 8 does not hit. Anything else you want to do with your turn?
Nope, that should be all.
Okay, at the end of your turn, she is going to... Yeah, I think she's going to toll the dead at you for that insult. You need to give me a wisdom saving throw, please, sir.
Always the wisdom saving throws.
That is definitely a fail.
Hang on.
Minus Bane. You are going to take 8 points of... where are we? Is it psychic? Yeah, 8 points of necrotic damage as this loud ringing is heard in your head. Now, someone said, hold on. What's the problem?
I was looking at the spell. I thought it was only if they'd taken damage to do it anyway, but never mind.
Mm-hmm. Not a problem. That is the end of Tahu's turn.
Come on.
Then we already had Seedie, and then Cream had his. So
Tahu
we're
gets
now
2
over.
turns.
Say again. He does.
agreed.
Yes,
Yep.
Tahu. Yes, it is your turn again. What would you like to do?
More daggers.
Dagger, dagger, dagger.
They already had a turn. Yes, but what about second turn?
More daggers.
16 hits.
Alright.
Yep.
So,
wow.
those hit.
Okay, yeah, 16 definitely hits, so that's some damage. I didn't notice the 23. Yeah, no surprise, that hits. 21, that hits. She's looking injured. Anything else you want to do?
Yeah, you know what? Fuck it. We're just gonna accent surge and just throw another fucking 2 daggers into her.
Yeah. A 20 will hit.
Fuck it. Somebody wanted damage, I throw damage.
Okay. At the end of your... is that all you're going to do?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Well, actually... No, that's it.
Okay, then. At the end of your turn...
Doesn't have line of sight, can't hit me. Maybe.
Let's see. I think we're going to go with... Healing Word at first level. But yes, I'm even going to include Bane for this. She only heals that amount of hit points.
A boss that heals cheap.
Yeah, she's a fucking cheap bitch. But yeah, Dog. Your turn.
Alright, nothing planned at all.
Welcome to D&D.
Don't know if I'll get there in time, but I guess I'm gonna use my full movement and my teleport to...
Sure, so that's going to be 6... what's the range on your teleport?
30.
Okay, so that's 120 altogether. So if you just put... mark 120...
No, it would be 60, because my movement's 30, and then my teleport's 30.
Well, yeah, but are you going to dash?
Oh,
so 60
yeah,
puts
okay.
you there.
Yeah, okay, that's cool.
70, 80,
I keep forgetting about the dash.
Yeah, you could get over there easy. So 90 actually. So you can get anywhere to up to here.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Zoomy dog.
Yeah, very zoomy. It's like, ah!
I got zoomies all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Does that mean I can go ahead and attack her, or just because I used that full movement? That's my
Yeah,
action.
you used your movement, I'm afraid.
Okay. Alright, that's fine. That's what I thought.
Yeah, and the bonus action to teleport. Okay, next up is going to be Dot. And she basically yells, "I'm not a fucking heal bot!" And 36 60. Let's say she gets to about there, and she's just charging after Gale. What used to look like a kitchen knife is now a giant fucking cleaver, and she's just charging, blood in her eyes. Graz, it is her turn with Jurnis on deck.
First
What
off,
Graz
in
like to
relation
do?
what Dot said, World of Warcraft Shaman says what? Alright. Let's see. It's gonna move 5, 10, 15. I assume she can see through that fire, yeah?
Yes.
Okay. Well, she's gonna shoot the bitch twice.
Go for it.
Longbow. Boop. Oh. Oh. God
Neither of
damn
those
it,
hit,
Graz.
unfortunately.
Wait a minute.
Doesn't Hunter's Mark give advantage?
no, it doesn't
Exactly.
give advantage.
Ah,
It only gives you extra damage.
Ah, fair enough. Go on, Frux, what were we going to say?
oh, exactly that. I was going to say, like, doesn't it give advantage?
It would be nice, but sadly no.
Oh well. Is that Graz's turn?
Pretty much, that's all Graz can do.
Okay, next up is going to be Jurnis with Gil on deck.
Jurnis is going to fly 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 over the illusionary fire. She's gonna glare at this bitch. And she's going to make her day slightly painful with a shadow.
At a hobo.
I'm assuming a 3 doesn't succeed.
Nope.
So, how does Jurnis want to do this?
I was hoping for this, because she is flying through these flames. And she's just going to cast the shadow with just look like she's wreathed in flames. Her eyes are glowing. She is pissed. She's just gonna blow this bitch up.
Yeah. Have you ever heard of the movie Scanners?
No.
Dog, give me a dexterity save, just for the fun of it. Okay, you managed to avoid it just as this creature basically explodes in a bunch of chunks. There's blood and gore everywhere as...
Did I catch any in my mouth?
You know what? Yes, with a 14 I'd say yes.
Woohoo! Yum, yum, yum.
She is insta-gibbed.
I kind of want an image of this now, just Jurnis flying through the flames and just the flames appearing in her horns as she casts the spells. That's awesome.
Okay. And yeah, so that brings to a close the encounter with the White Death.
Everybody just left a kitty to die.
It's fine.
Good
Oh,
job,
here's the thing.
everybody.
So Ang, you've got a potion. You're alive.
No, I used it.
Well, that's what I'm
Guys,
saying.
I mean-
You are alive.
Well, I mean, yes, I'm alive. I don't have any potions on me anymore.
guys,
Yeah.
if she is dead, then who or what is in that corpse pile?
Bear with me a moment.
Are you going
What?
You heal 19 hit points. Hang.
Seedie, have you got any oil?
Well, oh yeah, hold on.
Limb.
If you picked a burglar's pack, you should have some oil.
Yeah, I got thieves' tools. That is the same thing, yeah.
No, burglar's pack is part of your basic equipment you got at the start. So it should include a hooded lantern and some oil. If you picked burglar's pack.
I don't think that burglar's pack here. Unless I'm just not seeing it. No, I don't seem to have it. Sorry. I suppose I don't have any oil.
You're right, Dot.
So,
my
while this is going on, you see Dot just wordlessly go over to the massive pile of corpses, root through the area that Seedie stabbed, and pick up the familiar, still blood-covered, fingers missing, ear torn off form of Ruby.
Gail's voice was coming from over there.
Well, she's obviously
Yes.
an illusionist. It was a trap.
Oh,
Dot is just looking straight ahead. Again, the hat is off for the moment, and she's just trying to keep calm for a moment before she says, "It's fine. She was a trickster. I don't blame anybody. The bitch is dead. Everything's fine." Yeah, it's like coughing coming from her arms.
Gil, do you have any oil?
is that just it?
Oh,
Seedie?
sorry. I don't think I do.
Cheers is gonna cure wounds and give her 8 hit points.
Oh, for Ruby?
For Ruby.
Absolutely. Oh, no oil.
Fortunately, all I have is my torch.
You know
Or
what?
alcohol? Anyone have any
You know
alcohol?
CD is just going to pass Skullface the laser gun. I think that does a good job of making things disappear.
Yeah, Skullface is just hand the gun back. He's goes, I really don't think it's going to help.
If you were looking for alcohol, I will say Graz is going to hand you a bottle of something very strong smelling.
I'll sort you out with something when we get back up top, Graz.
You fucking better.
Skullface is going to go back over to where the creature was. He's going to pour the alcohol basically over where the bits are. Lean down. He's going to light a cigar. Lean down, and then light the entire pool of alcohol on fire.
Okay. So, I don't recall you saying you were looting the body before you did that.
No, he's just going to burn the entire thing.
Okay. Okay.
Understandable.
Oh, that's fair. Alright then. Goodbye, Cape of the Mountebank. Goodbye, Deck of Illusions. Goodbye, Glamoured Studded Leather. Goodbye, Gloves of Thievery.
Magic items don't
He
burn.
doesn't
He's
care.
just saying all this to tease us.
Yes.
Skullface doesn't care. This thing needs to be destroyed completely.
Loves thievery.
Magic items don't burn. They can only be destroyed by magical means, not fire.
Also,
Magical
wouldn't they
fire?
have been?
Question
Wouldn't they
mark?
have been? Gonna say, wouldn't they have been spread around the
To
area
be
when she
fair,
exploded
they are.
anyway?
That is actually fair because she gibbed. Yeah, I will. Yeah, fair enough. Because why not? But yeah, while that's going on, now, who else was talking? Then something else was happening.
I think Seedie said they were going to do something, or was it Tahu?
No, I was just saying magical fire? Question mark.
Yeah, no. The fire that Skullface is producing is definitely mundane.
Yeah, it's just regular alcohol.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, it's Graz's alcohol, so I wouldn't say regular is the word to describe it.
70, like 500% proof.
Yeah. But yeah, if anybody is looking around the area and is interested in checking out the large pile of corpses or whatever else is in this particular
Yes.
environment, investigation, please.
What was the third item? Gloves of Thievery, Mountebank.
I will.
Recommending.
You are busy burning something. The people who are doing the investigation will find the items as they're moving around. 13. let's see. Graz, I would say. Graz is going to start wading through the bodies a little bit, and she's going to sort of run over and grab hold of Jurnis. Meanwhile, Tahu and Seedie, let me open up your character sheets. Now, you can actually choose who gets these, but I would say the two of you, one of you finds a pair of leather gloves, the other one studded leather armor that looks a little bit unusual. So, who would like what?
I'll bet the gloves.
I can wear the armor, so yeah, I'll take the armor. It's fine.
Okay. And you have that as in your inventory now. Okay. Was there anyone else investigating? Dog, you're just enjoying that weird chunk of white flesh. It's a bit rubbery. The black blood's a little bit oily, but yeah. Meanwhile, 15. Yeah, 15. I would say, Ang, your choice is a deck of cards or the cloak that she was wearing that allowed her to teleport.
Oh my god.
So, what would I say like?
No, of course I'll take the cloak.
The cloak. Okay, that is in your
Yeah,
equipment.
Cards and a cloak, teleportation cloak. Of course I'll take a cloak.
Okay.
Things like that have a charge, don't they?
Magical teleporting kitty now.
Yes.
I
It is.
can now do the JoJo meme. Onmayo Shindeo.
That's not JoJo. That's
Fist
Fist
of
of
an
an All-Star.
Whatever. The anime trope.
Fake nerd!
Yeah.
Do like, or you could do the Goku instant transmission.
I like the comment, Jurnis.
To be honest, I'm not a fan of JoJo just after hearing one scene.
Yeah, I'm sitting here listening to it in bed, and all you know, it just so happens to be a fight scene. So all you hear is
Just this annoying, like Dumb and Dumber, most annoying sound in the world.
To be fair, my entire experience of JoJo is the Pillar Men, so...
I haven't watched any of it, and I don't intend to because of the fan base.
Fair enough. Me too.
Moving on.
Moving on.
Moving on.
Jurnis, as you're having a drink, looking into this pit here, Graz grabs hold of you and it's like, Ed, I need you. One sec.
Alright,
and-
I'm coming.
I'm going to say, will this count as a short rest?
We will get to that.
If you just
It
wanted to
depends
drink,
how
all you
long
had to
you
do was
stay here.
ask.
Graz drags you over, and it's like basically just the edge of this pile of corpses, and yeah, the smell is not fantastic. And she points to something half buried against the wall, and it's a poster. Poster advertising the marvelous Enrico and Friends. On the cover is a rather flamboyant looking Minotaur in an open collar shirt.
Give me 1 second.
I didn't know you had a thing for Minotaurs, Graz.
No, look, keep there. And she actually pulls the flyer out and hands it to you. The other people on this playbill for a show that took place a couple of years ago, there are some familiar faces on there. One of them looks like a young dwarven girl, a younger Gale. The name underneath, however, is Gabby Ironbush. Next to her is Palmore and Florian, both looking pretty much how they were when you first met them several years ago. It appears that these were part of a travelling troupe that they worked together briefly, if only for one show.
So the question
So,
is,
mhm.
did she eat whoever Gale was originally, or was she that shape-shifting creature the entire time?
That is a question. As you're looking around, you see more posters, flyers, newspaper articles, notices of missing people. Oh, one detail I did forget to mention. The young-looking dwarven girl has a big red circle etched over her face. So, as you're looking around, you see other posters, wanted posters, missing peoples, reports of, serial killers. Several of them have crosses, some of them have circles. And this is going back years to this city. The thing you just killed has been here a while.
It's been slowly picking people off and assuming their identities to get more victims.
Possibly.
Oh god.
So, while that's going on, Dot is basically having a brief conversation with Ruby. To paraphrase, Ruby explains that she was snatched about a day or so before you guys went down. It was her and one of the guests that she was about to entertain at the temple. Gale killed the first person outright and has spent the past day or two having a snack, taking her time.
Oh god.
Yeah, again, she's missing fingers in an ear.
I don't suppose this was around the same time Skullface saw the vision of his wife.
Yes, that was
Shortly
Gale,
after?
because Gale was in the temple.
I think so.
Apparently, the creature was kidnapping people, leaving them down here, and returning whenever it was peckish. She does, however, point out to several of the other passages, and now that you can see a little bit more of this large area, there are several different caverns that lead in and out of here. It's almost like a network. And she points to the area that she came from, saying that if memory serves, that one actually leads somewhere towards the city. That one actually leads towards the Veril nest. She's not sure where the others lead, though. And she points down to the hole. She doesn't know where that leads, but she does know that Gale was annoyed at people keep using it, and she was thinking about blocking it off somehow.
He made us go down there. Or try to.
She was trying to get rid of you. And by the way, Gil, when you went down there earlier, because you took longer than everyone else to save on your wisdom save, at the bottom of this large pit, it basically closes up into where would be a floor. There's a small set of stairs carved into the floor, and there seems to be a narrow tunnel that leads further down.
Did it seem like it was well traveled?
It didn't seem like it was very pleasant, but there were cobwebs, but nothing that would suggest giant spiders. The few cobwebs, however, near the floor did seem to have been disturbed.
I was going to say, does Gil pass it on to everyone else? Or
Yeah, I would pass.
Skullface goes aside, just go, right. Miss Merivale, thank you very much for your assistance getting us down here. I would like you to escort Miss Merivale and Ruby back to the surface, please.
Well, Miss Gill can do what she wants. Personally, I think I'll be taking Ruby myself.
I meant that Gil would go with you to make sure you get back safely, Miss Merivale.
Do I look like someone who needs protection, Mr. Greenstride? And again, without the hat, the voice is completely different. And this Minotaur, she's not trying to intimidate you, but she is absolutely dominating your general area.
I tune in and just say
Merivale,
yes, anyways. That
after
question.
what just happened here, I am not wanting to risk anyone getting lost down here. That is not a reflection on you. I'm just making sure.
Well, this is a question for Gil. Does Gil wish to join Ruby and Dot? Or does Gil wish to continue leading the party down to Nelial?
Good question. I'm gonna DM you real quick. Hold on.
Mm-hmm. And in regards to the question, Cream, Ruby is basically, I don't know what time you actually had to tap out. Ruby was one of the victims that was kidnapped from Ang's temple a little while ago. And there was a whole thing.
Oh, I remember that name.
Yeah. There was a whole thing involving illusory copies. Yeah, this is the first time you've actually seen artwork of her.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, just like, how did she get here? Like, I don't remember her last
Yeah,
section.
was-
So, like, I guess
yeah.
I was tapped out. She came in right after I left.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Okay.
The question, in answer to your question, is unfortunately you do not know. However, if this lady is correct and you're basically within, you can actually get to, the Veril Quarter from here. Returning wouldn't be that difficult if the party are willing to wait for you.
Well, my other thought was, what if they waited here, like camped out here for a bit, let Ruby heal up, and then Gil could take them and then come back, like meet them, and then they could all go together.
You can tell that Girubi wants to get the fuck out of here.
Okay.
Yeah, also
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
chunks of her are missing as well.
Mm-hmm.
That works for
I think
me.
she needs more than a sleep in a cave.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
She's had plenty of nights in this cave already.
Yeah, that's true. Don't want to make.
All right. Well, we'll camp out here for tonight. Give Gil a chance to get Ruby to the Veril Quarter and then to the surface.
Dot.
Yeah.
I didn't get a chance to tell you, and I did pick up on your advances before, but I might not survive to tell you this. So, yes, I like you too.
Well,
I kind of blurted out something during that fight back there with that choking fiend.
Well, I did notice that, so it's appreciated. Let me put it to you this way. She reaches into her Easy Bake Oven and pulls out a cookie. This was something I had saved for later, but something to tide you over in the meantime. and she hands you a very large, very nice icing-covered heart cookie.
Aww.
Thank you.
Gives you a wink.
And in case I don't see you again,
Oh,
Seedie's
you'll
just
see
gonna
me
be-
again, my dear.
Given the events of the past few days, kind of got me worried. So in case I don't see you again, she gets to lean in and give Dot a kiss.
Give me a dexterity saving throw if you wish to avoid being picked up. Yeah.
I don't wish to avoid that.
Well, there you go. She literally picks you up, and it is the whole, like when you lean forward and basically sweep someone off your feet. You are almost being held 180 degrees upside down, such is the force of this kiss. Dot is not a bad kisser. But about 5 minutes later, she lets you up. Don't wait up.
I promise I will stay alive.
Good girl. And she...
Miss
yes?
Maribel, before you go, I just want to say thank you for looking after everyone, but I'm just trying to look after you in my own way.
I appreciate it. I do. But I will say this, Miss Gill, you were paid to keep an eye on this particular group, and let me put it to you this way, Mr. Scottface. If anything so much as looks at me the wrong way, I will fucking destroy it.
Fair enough.
She gives you a
Shapeshift
very
by
big grin. Come on, Ruby, let's get you home. And the two of them are going to depart.
Okie dokie.
Stay safe.
You too. So, is there anything else? So, the party is going to rest in the middle of the corpse-filled lair of Gale Bast, the White Death.
Yes, this is basically a safe place.
Are we headed away from the corpses then? Mainly to like the east side of the room.
It's probably a good idea. Is anybody investigating the rest of the trophies? Is there anything else that you wanted to check out before you wrapped things up for the evening?
Yeah, sure, Jurnis will have a look around.
24, yes, okay. With a 24, there are two things that Jurnis is going to notice. First of all, there's a bit of a squelching sound under your hoof as a little bit of, white rubbery flesh is crushed under your hoof. And covered by it is that item. Deck of cards. As you're looking around as well, you do recognize, have a look at one of the newspaper clippings that Graz is pouring through. One of them is from about 2 years ago, involving the disappearance of Christina Fabrida.
Does it have any of the markings on it? Red circles or red X's?
It does. There's a red circle.
Oh shit!
I apologize. Let me clarify. A red X. A red X.
Oh right. Okay.
So, didn't steal our identity, but killed her.
Yeah.
Skullface.
Or was at least responsible for her death.
You see it?
I know that was a big deal for you back there. How are you feeling now?
It's dead. That's all that matters.
I understand, but thing killed your the thing killed your wife and took its form, and that sort of thing's gonna hang with someone for a while. You sure you'll be okay?
I came down here to make sure that thing died. I've done that.
Okay. But
I
if
got
you
revenge. That's all that matters.
if you need to talk, so you know where I am.
I know, Seedie. I'll be alright. Believe me, I've... I didn't take the opportunity to put down the guy who put the knife in the belly. This time, it became more than just personal. It had to be put down. I had to be the one to do it. I mean, Jurnis got the killing shot, but
I was gonna say that's my only regret, that you didn't get to kill her yourself. Bet you got in a few good shots on her. I saw. That was magnificent.
I did it with love, Scully, but I'm sorry she touched a nerve. She had to die.
it's alright. I
Honestly,
got a chance to make sure he's dead. So,
honestly, Scarface, if I were you, I'd be glad to see someone like that die the way they did. She's everywhere.
oh yeah, I ain't complaining. And she's burnt. Completely gone.
No coming back from that.
No.
Okay. So, the party are preparing to make camp in this spooky little cave for the rest of the, let's say, 6 hours or so.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Tahu, you should be able to pick up the daggers since when she exploded, they kind of went flying.
Yeah, but well, I meant darts, not daggers. But the darts, I mean, they're probably burnt. Daggers, I could probably see I recovered.
That's just a cool idea of Tahu having like daggers shaped like feathers you can throw rapidly.
I was just saying though that given she exploded, they probably have some you could recover at least. DM discretion, but if the other items went flying, then logically the daggers would have as well. Or the darts would have.
Yeah, I mean, there was a shatter, but tell you what,
I'm not
Tahu.
worried. I have tons of daggers. I was just making a funny clip
Fair
of
enough.
like my daggers got burnt.
It's,
I'm
it's
just like
the
I
kid
never
who
really
dropped.
lost a dagger, so fuck it. Let's make a joke about this.
It's like
Fair
the kid who
enough.
dropped
So,
their ice cream, like, my daggers.
Okay, so the party are going to make preparations for camp. Who is taking first watch? I'm assuming everyone's doing it over here, yeah?
yeah. Yeah, we're doing it as far away from cops as we can.
Very wise indeed. Okay, so I'm just going to drag y'all over here. Zhibbidibidibidibidoop. So probably towards the entrance that you guys were at. So.
I'd say Skullface takes first watch.
Okay. Is
He's
anyone
released.
joining him?
I have to protest, Dollface.
Oh?
Well, if anything, you should be the last person to be on watch right now. What you've been through is a big deal.
It's alright, Seedie, I'm fine, honest.
I know. But despite what you say, I'm going to have to put my foot down. At least I'm afraid I can't force you, but
Sliver's just got a quick look round the group and see who agrees with Seedie.
Yeah, I'd say, yeah, for the sake of argument, Graz is going to look at the two of you and say, well, why don't you both, why don't you two take, first watch and then you get to rest for the rest of the night?
Sounds good to me.
Annie, I can you can either think about things or keep your mind off it by talking to me.
Like I say, that works for me.
He's just gonna pop a seat on this rock here.
Yeah, Sliver's going to kind of sit down next to her.
Okay.
Just short rest or long rest?
I think this is going to be a long rest.
Yeah.
Is that fair? Everyone's doing a long rest? Okay.
Skullface is going to reload Letitia while they're sat there. He's going to quickly go through the ammunition he's got.
Also, before everyone pushes the long rest button, well, it's too late now, but you don't know if something was going to happen.
Okay,
I can reset it.
It's okay.
I think I was at 23.
I'll be kind. I was going to use some tension, but it's all good. But yeah.
I mean, like we can reset it.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I think I was at like 23 HP and 2 key points. So yeah, that's the only two things that recovered.
Okay. So, I need perception checks from you, Seedie. You're more worried about Skullface, about Darts, about that hentai corpse pal, about nearly murdering Ruby. There's a lot weighing on your mind, and trying to pay attention to anything else it's going to be a bit difficult. Skullface, you hear slight breeze coming through, like the general motion of air through the different passageways. Because it's so quiet, every now and then you do hear the slight static background of the waterfall that's way down the passage behind you.
Mm-hmm.
Not too sure what else you hear, but that's pretty much it.
I'd say as he's reloading Letitia, Seedie can see this written in Goblin on the side, engraved on the side of the barrel.
Does Seedie read Goblin?
Yes,
Seedie
does.
can read Goblin.
Ah! Nice.
So, what's that all about?
Well, it's an old song, old Goblin song.
Forged in fury, tempered in ice, swift as darkness, cold as ash. Am I right?
Yeah, basically, it's a song about the first Goblin gunslinger. Letitia was. I made Letitia in order to get revenge on the people responsible for taking my daughter from me. Turns out I didn't need Letitia to get revenge on them, just a medium-sized shrapnel bomb, as it turns out.
You've had a hard life.
No more than any other goblin. I mean, back when I was a teenager, before my inventions made the family a decent bit of scratch, I was known as the Ripper. I was an artist with a knife.
Just because a tough life is typical for a goblin doesn't make it okay.
Rena was the one who saved me from all that. I mean, I'd made my machines, made a bit of money that way, but I met her one night when she was performing at a tavern. I'd gone to do a bit of maintenance on a machine, and You haven't noticed me.
He smiles and looks down at a heart cookie. Sounds romantic.
Pretty much. After a couple of years, we got married, decided to move up to Coswell Grim, and she wanted to retire from performing and become a teacher at the Bard's College.
Did she get to do that at the very least?
Sort of in the middle of trying to sort something out with the professor, but as far as I knew, she was going to get the job.
Skullface, give me an intelligence check, please.
Okay.
Probably for the best.
But I was hoping that we could, at the very least, stop her at tour Grimscar. But that's just how it ends. I just don't know what to do next. Either keep trying to make the shop a success in Caswell Grim, try and reopen it, but part of me thinks it might be better just to head back to Silver Shield.
You think you would prefer putting this place behind you?
It's more... Well, I remember Mama promised I wouldn't go back unless it was absolutely necessary. She kind of liked the fact that I wanted to stand on my own, so we'll see. I mean, I can't really give up the warden, can I? So truth be told, I enjoy it too much.
You get the feeling you're fiercely loyal to your duty.
I try to be.
Don't let it be to your detriment.
Now that I can promise I'll try not to. How about you? You gonna be alright since you're looking to leave your current employers?
I think I'll be fine. Honestly, since the nonsense Dot did back at the damn, I've got the name of the place.
August.
The
The
August
August Sanctum. The August nonsense she did at the August Sanctum. She fills me with courage about the whole thing.
Fair enough. No, well, we've been neighbours for a while, and I never thought she had that in her, to be honest.
I need to ask you an honest question, Skullface.
Yeah, go on.
You've got vengeance now. Now that vengeance isn't on your mind, what are you feeling now?
Kind of hard to describe. I mean, I knew it wouldn't make me feel good, but I'd say just tiredness.
That being said, you did a service. We all did.
Yeah, we all did good today. But the job isn't done yet. Still gotta get down to the Leo. Find Bird Boy. And put Chemise down.
So, as you guys have your conversation, it basically comes up to the end of the hour and the start of the next watch. Who was going next?
Did we decide on that?
You did
I
not.
think we did.
Everyone was just like, "Oh, we've been up for 3 hours and we fought a monster. Let's go back to sleep again." Because yeah, it's 6 in the morning.
I'm gonna give a vigilant bird a poke.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Tahu.
Where?
But I'm
Uh,
sorry. Some of us died, so
Oh no, my friend, you didn't die. You didn't use any mercy. You'll know if your character dies.
Almost died.
Yes.
Who's just suffering from a lot of wisdom checks? What's up?
Mm-hmm.
Are you good to be on watch?
Quick.
Yes.
Skullface is going to turn in for tonight.
Damn it! I can't get on the rock. Devillo,
Yeah, you want to be on top of the rock. Okay.
put me on the rock. Yes.
I will put you on the rock.
Watch. I can
Yep.
watch it.
Okay. Who else is going to be woken up since Skullface has just gone to sleep? Who else are you waking up, Seedie?
Yeah. Hey, dog. You need a watchdog.
Well, yeah, he'll go out with Tahu.
No, and he's gonna need the company.
Okay, dog will watch with Tahu then.
Okay.
As me, I'm going to get some shut eye.
Would the two of you would both Tahu and Dog give me a perception check?
Yes.
Ah, rock advantage.
19.
The fucking rock advantage.
Yeah. It's a funny thing about the rock. I also mentioned it to IC before his character went to sleep. As you're sat on the rock, you've got a little bit of elevation, not much, but you're looking around the area you're in, and there's something familiar about the stone that you're on. And you recognize the texture, part of the pattern. It's that odd pearlescent stone that you first saw in the Veril Temple, and then later in the kobold nest around the Amber Throne.
I sadly have to go. Okay. Beer break.
Oh,
For a little
not
while.
a problem. Not a problem, dude. I will say then that if Tahu wishes, he's going to communicate that with the next person who wakes up. Which he's actually going to an hour is going to pass. Boop, and he is going to wake up Ang and Gil.
got it.
Yeah. So Ang and Gil, it is your turn to watch. But just before he goes to bed, Tahu mentions that the stone that you guys are around, it seems to be the same stone that you've seen that's kind of tied to these older ruins. So, can I get a perception check from both Ang and Gil, please? It's been a day. It's 7 in the morning and it's already been a freaking day.
He almost died.
He almost died! 16. Yeah, I would say, Gil, you keep thinking about that passage that you saw at the bottom of the pit, the stairway leading down.
Mm-hmm.
And you're straining your little Vel ears to see if you can hear something coming up from there.
Mm.
You've got your eyes focused, one hand on the longbow ready to fire. If anything comes up, you'll be ready. But fortunately, the hour passes, nothing appears. So That's technically that's 3 hours. I would say just for the sake of everybody's sanity, that's going to be enough for the long rest mechanically. Okay. So it is now currently about 8 o'clock in the morning, and you now are able to have your long rest. So, is the party waiting for Dot to return, or is...
I'd say yes.
Okay. I would say a couple of hours pass before... Yeah. I would say Jurnis. No, actually, no. It makes sense. Seedie would actually get this. You hear you feel this odd buzzing. It's like a vibration on your left thigh. You check the pockets of your outfit, and there's this small metallic item in there just buzzing away. Actually, no, retcon the whole thing. Retcon all that, because you all... Seedie, do you have a one of the amber crystals?
Sorry, I'm back.
Seedie
I'm back.
does.
It's so good.
Sorry.
Yeah, not a problem. Again, we'll retcon the retcon, because Seedie actually doesn't have an amber crystal, so it wouldn't make
Skullface
sense.
does.
Okay, this was going to be aimed at Seedie, but it's fine as long as the message is gotten across. You hear Dot's voice on the other end. Oh, yeah, I think I'm doing this right. I've got the hat back on, so things are fine now. Ruby is back at the temple. Everything's been taken care of. I'm going to be a little bit busy. Not to alarm anybody, but the fact that we left a little early has it appears to have ruffled a few feathers, and I'm going to be a little busy trying to make sure nobody comes down and sees some of the things we've seen. I have promised that we will have a full map drawn up of the places that we can that we want to get to and everything, but in the meantime, I'm going to be a little unavailable.
Right. There's no problem, Miss Merivale. Make sure to inform anyone who is coming down that we left the pitons up set in position so they can follow us.
Oh yes. Well, here's the thing. Now that we have this, the location we've discovered, it's going to, basically we found a bit of a shortcut. However, here is the problem. Apparently that shortcut leads to a few different locations throughout the city. They're trying to make sure that nobody else finds out about it for a moment, because, well, it could be a little bit awkward for people to pop up in different parts of the city that they don't belong in. One of these is in the Grey Quarter, the undead. And you know how that's supposed to be walled off, shall we say. But I'm dealing with it, so don't worry. Oh, also, do tell Seedie that the little treat I gave her, it's one of my best. Something nice will happen. Tell her to save it until she needs it. She wants something nice to happen.
Skullface will go, okay, I'll make sure to do that.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So,
You have unlocked
what are you all
serial
going to
killer's
do?
secret tunnels.
Skullface will pass on the message to Seedie. I have no idea how she managed to get a message to me, but there we go.
You were holding the amber gem as you were speaking to her.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah.
It's a rocky talkie.
Yeah, it is a rocky talkie.
E.T. feeties.
Oh my gosh.
Dennis
So-
got that reference.
Wish it didn't. But yeah, so are you checking out any of the other passages, or are you going to head straight down?
Right down as far as I'm concerned.
I
They will
believe it
roll
is
a
best
long
to get this
rest.
over with.
Okay. I see you might want a long rest hang.
He already did before the.
Oh, because his
Yeah.
health
And
not gone
then
back up.
his health went down again.
Oh yeah.
Ah,
Yeah. Not to worry. If it becomes an issue, I can just. In fact, boop. He has had a long
here we go.
rest. Hmm. So, as you guys are heading towards the edge of this tunnel, you, with a bit of light from your torches and everything, you can see there are some narrow steps that are carved into the side. Basically, this whole area looks like it was some part of a almost like some kind of dig site a long time ago. As you've been looking around during your watch, as well as the various trophies and bits and pieces of things that Gale has picked up over the years, there also seems to be mining equipment, what could be survey equipment, but it looks pretty old and out of date. Would anyone like to give me an intelligence check, please?
I shall do so.
Oh.
You have no idea what this shit is doing here.
But
Yeah, it's a lot of wood. A lot of, rotten, creaking, wobbly wood. But for the most part, it's stable enough still to where you can make your way down without any serious injury. So I would say the whole party are going to make their way down to the next part of our little delve, to a little location I like to call the Path of Betrayal. Let's get the music.
these steps are going up.
Pretend they're going down.
Pretend
Or
we're,
we
looking,
look-
we're at the top looking down.
Yeah, I should do that.
There we go. So, yeah, you actually are at the top looking down. So, as you're making your way down this very tight, confined stairway, this looks like it's been carved into the rock itself. And it's a little bit rough around the edges. It's fairly worn. This looks, there every now and then there have been patterns that have been driven into the side, and old, frayed, almost rotted rope has been tied together to allow, like as a handhold.
DM.
Yes.
Now this these stairs that have been carved into the rock, does the carving seem at all similar to the hole made at the dig site? Or has this been here before that?
I'm very sorry. The DM was a fool and he clicked on the wrong voice chat for half a second. Can I get the question again, please, Medea?
Oh god, that was a bit of a word salad from me. Okay. Bah, 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 bah.
Sorry.
It's okay. Now that these stairs that have been
Yes.
chiseled into the rock,
Mm-hmm.
can we tell that whether these have been here before the dig site, or if
Give
it's
me a
part-
history check, if you'd be
Okay.
so kind.
Every turn.
Yay! Welcome.
Aha!
Okay. This looks like it was done round about the same time. As you're making your way down with your dark vision, you can make out. You're going to have to start watching your step as there are piles of, tangled rope, a ruined mining pick, excavation tools. Some of the steps, as the further down you get, they don't seem as finished, as in this was a work in progress that stopped one day or wasn't fully developed. I'd say about after you made it.
I was just gonna warn everyone else that these steps aren't finished. You might want to watch your step.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure it's perfect. Oh dear God!
Give me a dexterity saving throw.
Oh god.
With advantage because she warned you.
I was joking,
my-
damn it.
I wasn't.
Ah,
Okay, dexterity save.
Just for Jurnis because I'm a dick.
Okay.
Be careful what you say to a DM.
I love you too, Dennis.
Yes, love you too. You're fine. You're fine. It's a little bit awkward, and you kind of have to sidestep a few things, but you're able to continue heading down. Seedie, as you're leading the charge and everything, you're the first person to see the body.
Body.
Dry, empty bones.
Wait. Try it. Is this a skeleton?
This is a skeleton. Slight bits of, hair, have clung to part of it, but this is a very desiccated, dry-looking skeleton.
Any clothing, like mining
Yes,
tools or anything?
yes, and yes. This does appear to. This might have been some kind of labourer, and judging from the size and the build, they seem to be dwarven.
Can I see if there's any breaks in, like, I want to see if any of their bones are broken, like, just to figure out how this one died.
Absolutely. Give me a medicine check, please. Okay, a 14. As you're looking over the body, there does seem to be a looseness to one of the ankles, as in it might have been damaged as they were trying to head up these stairs. You get the impression, given the position of the body, the arms and everything, they were trying to get up. However, with a 14, I would say you're not too sure if there doesn't seem to be like a heavy blow to the head or anything. There don't seem to be any rocks that fell on them or anything. So you were struggling a little bit to figure out what happened until you sort of see. I would say, given the texture of the bones around the arms, the face, the legs, a lot of it has been exposed. Part of the clothing looks like it's been ripped away, and there are what could almost be considered teeth marks.
Many tiny teeth marks or repeated big teeth marks?
The second.
Oh.
Humanoid sized.
Alright.
It's cannibal gnomes. Cheers.
So I'm thinking maybe this guy fell down the stairs, but the teeth marks, I don't know, that could have happened after he died. It's difficult to say.
Those are pretty big bite marks.
True. Many big things down here. See, look
For
at the
clarification, the bite marks are around about humanoid size. So anything from a halfling to a human.
Ah. Maybe there's a maybe there's a critter down here about the size of a human eating people, or there are some sick fucks down here.
Technically, you just killed one of them, if that's what your theory is.
Any indication how long the bones have been here? Like, is there dust settled over them or anything?
You said they were
Medicine
hollow.
or history check, please.
You did say they were hollow.
Medicine.
Hollow, they are very dry. Okay, both Skullface and Jurnis, I would say this is hundreds of years old. Three,
Definitely not recent.
400 years old.
Wow.
I get the feeling they were down here when the collapse happened.
It's possible.
I think I see. Okay, so hear me out. The collapse happened. They lost their footing. They fell. Look at the ankle; it's broken. That's my working theory anyway.
The passage we just came down, that was previously sealed until recently, right?
Incorrect. As you were looking around Gale's area, she was thinking of sealing it up, but this dig site, it looks like it's been here for a very long time, and she put her nest around it. So this area's been here for a long time.
Of course, seeing all this, Seedie's going to be try and be more alert.
Okay.
Jurnis is now concerned about feral undead. Because this does connect to the Grey Quarter.
So as you continue to go down, I'd say it's another 10 to 15 feet before you see another body. And another. And another.
These are growing more numerous.
And you start to see the ceiling, the carved ceiling of this passageway, buckle and bend as there is a large crack where a large amount of stone and rubble has tumbled down. There is still a way through. However, it's basically one side of the corridor is completely covered with rubble, covering several dwarven bodies, all long dead.
I'm starting to think cannibalism may be responsible for those teeth marks.
Ooh. That's worrying.
Give me an investigation check if you'd be so kind.
All of us?
Actually, I would say, with a 21. Well, I'll just give you this. Skullface, as you're looking around, you notice the dust around this area, the cobwebs and everything. Towards the floor, it seems to have been a little... Basically, it looks like somebody's come through here. With a 21, you can tell that a small group has passed through here over the past day or so.
I get the feeling that Birdie Boy has been here ahead of us.
So it would appear.
I will say with the 21 as well, you
20.
also see a fine layer of sand as well.
And of course, Chemise.
We're on the right track then.
Do you think there might have been a confrontation here? Oh! Seedie would like to see how recent that collapse is.
Give me...
Here. They might have been the ones who caused it.
Sure, give me an investigation check, if you'd be so kind. Okay, with that, I would say Jurnis privately rolled some dice. Interesting. You're trying to keep secrets from the DM, are you?
I shall send you a whisper.
Okay.
Fine.
But yeah, with a 20, yeah, this collapse happened when the bodies happened. So this particular tunnel has been ruined this way for around 400 years.
Well, there's no evidence to suggest there's been a fight in here, so
So Icarus was pursuing Chemise or vice versa. Whichever's fresher.
well, if there's another amber throne in Eliol, and it can be used to control the abominations, it makes sense Chemise got here within a couple of days of us being abandoned down there by her.
Ah, yes. Very pressed, Lord.
I think so.
Okay. As you guys are heading through, you eventually come through the end of this area, and it opens up into a large open area. The familiar translucent stone starts to make its appearance again. And let me just get everybody's tokens onto this particular map. If you will indulge the DM for just 2 moments. As we come to one of the last maps of our little delve. If Foundry will let me do the thing.
He is freaking out in the Dice&Dolts chat because she thinks we got attacked by cannibal gnomes.
No, as if I'd be as obvious as cannibal gnomes. I mean, seriously.
Cannibal skeleton gnomes, however.
Yes.
What did y'all find? She's only following the adventure via shitposting.
Okay, bear with me a moment. I'm actually going to change the. I'm changing the lighting conditions of the map I'm about to put you on because it's a little bit too dark.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's a little bit too dark even for me. I mean, I'm vicious, but come on now.
Remember?
There we go.
Jurnis can see 120 feet. Regardless.
I'm still seeing the stairs.
Same here.
Okay, I'm just putting you in the right position so I can actually. What's
Chief, will you
happening?
get your fuzzy ass in this window so I can close it? It's cold.
Nah.
I don't wish to, Mother.
Where the fuck's she going?
It's
Hold.
Schrodinger's. It's a Schrodinger's cat situation, Mother. Am I inside or am I outside? You decide.
She went back down the wall and is now staring down the alley. Also, I love how you're all just putting on this little voice for both my cats. It amuses me greatly.
Yeah, funny voices are fun. Mother. Ooh woo. There we go. There we go. So.
I'm one with the darkness now, Mother. You see only the eyes.
Okay, that's the problem. I see. There we go. Give me a second. You're all actually technically in a place you're not supposed to be. There we go. Seedie was first. So, as you guys head down this passageway, I would say...
We can't see anything down that passageway.
Give me a second.
there
Give
we
me
are.
a second. Give me a second.
Where?
Yeah, you start to you basically opens up into a large room, very familiar looking pearlescent stone on the ground. There we go. So you are all here. Tahu near the back, Seedie near the front. In front of you are a series of large stone obelisks. They are of a similar material to the floor, slight pearlescent quality. As you're getting close to this Seedie, it's odd. It's almost like you see some light, like a greenish color within it. Do you get closer?
Yeah.
Sure. As you get closer, the lights start to grow and gather, basically like near where your face is. If you've ever had bubble tea and you see all the little like balls and everything that are pushed up against the side of a glass, imagine that with these green points of light, and around them this almost dark nebulous shape. And I would say Jurnis, let's see, Jurnis, Tahu, and Graz. Give me a history check, please.
Okay. History for Jurnis, history for Grass.
Okay. Graz. Okay, yeah, thank you, Graz. So there's something about it that looks a little bit familiar, but you can't quite figure it out. Graz gets close and then sort of like takes a step back. Oh shit, it's one of them things. And she is pointing her crossbow, or longbow rather, at the stone obelisk.
One of what things?
The big tentacle thing, the shadowy thing.
She's gonna take Graz's cue and step back.
I would say as you do, Seedie especially because you were so close, just to the
This is an
back of
attack
your
of
head.
opportunity.
I'm going to get to that in a second. You almost hear this whisper at the back of your head. Oh, God, please.
Yeah, this is a big nope moment for me. Nope, 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 definitely nope. Is anybody else hearing those voices?
I would say after a moment, you all hear whispering, oh, come on, help us, help us, help us, help us, help us.
She's just gonna have a look around, see if she can spot anything else in there, the other obelisks. Are they all the same?
Okay. I would say as you're looking around, some of them do look like they have been smashed open, through like the passage of time. Various rubble has dropped on them. This is the only one that appears to be quote unquote lighting up at the moment. The eyes that you now recognize them as the eyes of these voidling creatures. It's almost like thousands of them smashing up against the surface of the stone. It's surreal because this is still stone. This is the same like pearlescent stone, but it's like you're looking through it and you see what's on the other side.
Vote we disobey the voice.
That would be
Anyone
a
else
good
with
idea.
me?
We can help you, yes, give you power, yes. Trade.
Fuck.
Yes, red flags, red flags.
Shut the fuck up. It's causing enough trouble as it is.
It looks like they're being imprisoned in these columns, and some have escaped. This is the only one that appears to be lighting up. Am I right on that count, little voices?
Yes. Everyone else is gone. Yes, we were hidden. We survived. Others came, took others, used us. We can help. Yes.
What are you doing in a rock?
Going insane. prison.
Oh,
We've been
I
trapped here so long. Trapped in
I
here so long.
say again, one of you has caused enough trouble for us as it is.
Which one?
how do we answer that question? It's just a big black void full of eyes.
Did we ever find out a name for that one?
Unfortunately, Tahu would know.
Yeah. Skullface just looks to Tahu. Tahu, would you care to share with the class?
What am I sharing again? Sorry, I got tricked.
Basically, you have found a. It's basically a prison with a bunch, at least either a bunch or one really insane voidling, and the group are asking if you knew the name of Mazina, which he did share with you.
Let's see if it's in my notes. I feel like I put it in my notes.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, you'll have to remind me. If
Yeah,
I
I,
remember
I,
how
I
to-
did just say the name Mazina, but yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. Oh yeah, the
Yeah.
messy. Being dumb.
It's so good. He's a little Mazina. Oh, he's an asshole. We're no friends of him. We want to help you if you want to stop him. We can help.
Yes. Why do I get the feeling that Mazina told the same story to Chemise?
And how may I ask?
Want to imprison Mazina? You want to help to put him in here? We can do that. Maybe we can do that. Yes, we can. But you need to help us first. Let us out and we will help you put him in. We promise.
And just to clarify, can Mazahina be killed?
There's a pause. There is a pause for a while as some of the lights almost retract a little, and it's almost like the conversation ends a bit as the entity or entities confer. There is no true immortality, only time. We can degrade, we can be diminished. In some cases, we can be destroyed completely.
That's all I need to know. Come on, everyone, let's go. Yeah, Skullface could just march straight past him.
I'm with Skullface.
Pretty much. And random question, Devillo.
Yes, sir.
What are the violins based like speech language?
These are voices in your head, so
I know,
these
but
are.
I'm still wondering, do I know the origin language of voidlings?
No, given
It's
the
not one of the
nature,
ones I picked up? Okay.
given the nature of no, because you were looking up deep speech.
You're right.
Deep speech is the language of the Aboleth, and as you learned in the book, the Aboleth, the Voidlings, and the Kahaya, those are all three very different groups that don't like each other very much. But if you wanted, we will figure out the details later. But if you want void speech to be one of the languages you selected, I'd allow it.
No. I'm okay with what I took in.
No
Because
problem.
they're all three useful because I've ran in all three of them already and I needed all three of them.
Mm-hmm. So, the room you guys are in as you're moving away from the, oh, don't go, we can help. Don't believe us. That massive mess of bullshit. There appear to be two ways out of this chamber. There appears to be a large hole to the north and a smaller one to the southeast.
Skullface is going to look around for any clues, basically.
Sure. Jurnis is just going to
Uh,
poke her head out here and see how far she can see.
Okay. Give me an investigation check, Skullface. For Jurnis, as you're looking around, it looks like the large structured room. Basically what you're in was a chamber, part of what might be a larger complex, but this was a supporting wall at one point, a very, very, very long time ago. But now it has basically just devolved into this ruined cave system.
Okay, I got a 20.
Okay,
20.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I would say, given a 20, were you just standing in one spot or were you actually looking around?
Yeah, he was looking around.
If you were moving around, I would say that as you got to, say, roundabout here, you'd kind of put two and two together and realize that these two passageways actually lead to the same section. This front door here,
Yeah.
it appears to be completely sealed. It's a large metallic door that is just locked in place.
Does it have a locking mechanism of any kind?
Give me an investigation check, Seedie.
Okay. Investigation check.
Investigation check. 14. This is a solid block of metal. It's also kind of, there's a certain angle to it where, because the roof of this chamber looks like it's bowed slightly, it looks like it's completely fused into the basically the door frame, and there are various scratch marks on it, and again, because of you see occasional bits of digging tools and the like, it looks like people a long time ago have tried to get through this door, but to no avail.
Skullface is going to take out his amber gem and he's going to try and will the door to open.
Well, that's interesting.
That is interesting. Give me a wisdom saving throw, please.
Okay.
Oh, no, saving throws. A wisdom check. A wisdom check. The door, despite your best efforts to order it to open with the great power of your mind, is still a large hunk of metal.
Is there any
Yes,
writing
go.
around it?
Given the nat 20, I would say that there isn't any writing that you would recognize as celestial or anything else, but there are some notes. There's a old leather-bound journal. The paper is dry and brittle, but there do seem to be notes suggesting that this once led to a larger corridor as part of Nelio. People believe that it might have been used as some kind of storage facility of some kind, though for what they do not know. Incidentally, all of this is in Dwarven, so I'm assuming those of you who can speak Dwarven are translating for the rest of the party.
Jurnis
I've
can
had
read
a
any
really-
language.
Say that again?
Jurnis can read any language.
Yes, she can. I forgot about that.
Yeah,
But
but can you speak them all?
I cannot
No.
speak them, but I can read them.
Yours is a warlock, right? Or has warlock level, I'm assuming?
Yep.
Okay. Because I know what trait you're talking about because I had it in one of my other characters.
No.
But yeah, I would say as you're flipping through, it does look like they opened up a small passage that led into one of the adjoining chambers, and from there they were actually able to get into a primary corridor system.
So basically, this door isn't worth looking at.
Pretty much.
And judging by our friends back there, I think this door is closed for a good reason.
Well, like I say, if we go to that primary corridor, that should take us to where we need to go.
After you.
By the way, I have a really fucking stupid idea, but since we are expected, when we get to Nelio, how about we just ring the doorbell?
Actually, honestly, Skull, I have another stupid idea. They are expecting us, but what if I showed up first?
That is a good idea, Tahoe.
We could just look for some stupid paladin bird-shaped holes in the wall.
Well, there's also just the fact that, yeah, that might happen too. So, like, we might not even get a choice on how we show up.
Fair enough. Just saying that using our little crystal communicators may be an idea. Just go up to the door and say, "Hello, can you let us in? We're expected."
Might work.
Now, Chemise has no idea that you plan on double-crossing her.
Not yet. Not unless, like, these stones are transmitting more than we realize.
Why do you think
That'd
we
be
put them in a
unfortunate.
lead box?
Oh, we just said that out loud and did Skullface put his crystal away?
Yeah, his crystal's put away in his pocket. Says, "Now I think we've got to expel some sort of effort to actually connect."
Yeah, that's what I assume. It's what most of my testing and interactions have been.
For example, Tahoe, try thinking something right now, and I'll try picking it up.
Okay.
Can Squirface pick up on whatever Tahoe's thinking?
Yes. Basically, it's pretty much the same. Oh, so right. So you're trying to use your telepathy, which you already have, but you're using the stone to channel
Yeah,
it.
we're
Yeah.
trying to use. Yeah, we're trying to basically see if I can pick up what Tahoe's thinking through the stone.
Tahoe, give me a wisdom check with advantage, since this is technically what you do anyway. So you would have advantage on doing something like this.
Saving throw or ability check?
No, check. Yeah, 19. Yeah, Skullface, you can hear him perfectly.
Right, now, think of something else, but don't put the effort in. Just let it flow, basically. Don't try and concentrate on the gem.
Need no roll?
No, this time, Skullface, I want you to make me a wisdom check.
Okay.
You don't hear anything.
I can't hear what you're thinking, so
Is Jurnis
presume.
considering she has a gem?
Give me a wisdom check, Jurnis.
Wisdom.
Although, to be fair, you did say it was in a... no, you hear nothing.
It is.
It'll be fine.
Skullface is now going to try and... He's going to think of something to try not to transmit it. He's holding the gem, but he's not transmitting, basically.
Okay. Anyone who's trying to listen in who owns a gem, wisdom checks, please. Advantage for Tahoe. So that would be Jurnis and Tahoe.
Just as
I gotta make another one.
Yeah,
Check
another
or
wisdom
save, did you
check,
say?
please.
Check.
Check.
Did it do check? Oh, okay. It was just
Okay,
load.
15. Yeah, what is it that Skullface is thinking?
I'm just going to send it in a whisper to Jurnis.
Jurnis, yeah.
Scully, that's
I would say
1 second.
I would say with a 13, because of the proximity, Tahu would hear this as well.
I whispered to Tahu as well.
Mm-hmm. While this is going on, by the way, anyone who's near the column up here can hear the whispering. Gems, we can help. We can help with gems. Gems can be so useful. You don't know ancient enemy tech, but we understand. We can help. I'm going to assume everybody's ignoring the mad chittering voices.
Yes. I've had enough whittlings in my life, and there's only one that we're dealing with today.
Hmm.
Yeah, Jurnis and Tahu hear what Skullface is thinking.
Okay.
When you guys heard what I was thinking, it was pickles.
So, the rest of the group, while all this is going on, Seedie, were you making your way through here?
She was just looking down the corridor.
So you're not splitting from the party. What a shame.
She glimpses that though.
Glimpses.
To be more obelisk, I'm assuming.
It does look similar.
Where'd the others go?
They are all... Oh, basically, if you can't see them, they disappear. Yeah, tokens don't have object permanence, much like parrots.
Oh, because the potato moved. Okay.
Hmm.
Dennis won't let me have 2 speckies. It's too powerful.
Guys, there are more obelisks over here.
Becky is omnipotent.
He's sarcastic fuck.
Yes, I am.
Multiplying.
Show me my spuddy assholes.
You know, I just watched the episode where Zabornik used her fuzzy assholes to protect you all from a pack of very angry werewolves.
I eat one of the mini spuds.
Mm-hmm. It's delicious. Give me a constitution saving throw, though.
Deal.
The DM will remember that. Yeah. Or rather, the Spud will remember that.
So yeah, Skullface is going to look at Tahu and Jurnis and go, well, were you able to pick up what was thinking?
The phrase that is etched onto your gun.
Yeah. Well, actually, Jurnis and Tahu wouldn't know about that.
I've seen
To be
it.
fair,
not.
Jurnis has been with you for a long time.
But she can't read Goblin. It's in Goblin.
She can't now.
Well, she can't now, yeah, but she's not seen it since.
Okay, fair. It's like, yes, I heard you mutter that the other day. And I did, because you said it in combat.
Yeah, he said in combat.
Your new
Yeah,
catchphrase.
well, it's lyrics from an old song.
There's a joke, but I'm not going to make it.
I'd say it depends on how familiar you are with a Goblin legend.
Let's just say no familiarity with goblin legends.
Honestly, me neither. And no disrespect, Wex. You might want to put a pin in that for later, because we have got some exploration to do.
Oh,
Fair enough.
I heard a dog barking. What is it, boy?
Timmy is in the will again.
Oh, God damn it, we're just going to put a
Yeah.
bloody cage over that damn thing. But
But
I was going to
this
say,
means
Jurnis
that-
doesn't know much of goblin legends, except for grass.
Yeah, if you read, I was trying not to broadcast, so it's possible Chemise knows.
Well,
But since she's
there you
expecting
go.
us, yeah, but since she's expecting us anyway, not going to be a problem.
Graz is going to head up over here and check in with Seedie. See anything?
Well, it looks similar to back there. More obelisks.
Oh, great.
Beyond the guard, one of those voidling fucks.
Yeah, I got plenty of hours for them fuckers. So, is the rest of the group going to join them?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd say Skullface joins them.
Okay. Seedie, you may lead the charge if you so desire.
Okay.
Damn it.
Before we go any further, I'm
Mhm.
gonna roll perception on those obelisks.
Okay. Yeah, stone things. Weird, creepy stone.
Can I just
Oh,
make a
and
note to everybody? Nobody
yes.
attack one. Please don't attack it. Just, yeah.
Whoa,
Why would
okay.
you
With her
want
dark
to do
vision, would
that?
Jurnis have seen that?
Skullface sees it.
See what? The large pile of twisted, broken metal in the corner next to the
Yes.
large open door.
Yes.
Actually, scratch that about the door. You can't see from behind the column. Give me a. So, as you're looking through the columns, the obelisks, as I say, it seems to be a hunk of metal. Weird shapes. It's like a scrap pile more than anything.
Skullface
is
is
that?
going to start approaching it.
Skullface, you're a tinkerer, yes?
Well, I know my way around machines, yeah.
Can you make heads or tails of this thing?
Well, I need to examine it.
Jurnis ain't getting very close
From
to it, but she's gonna kind of squint at it.
yeah, I was going to say from that distance, you can see a vague form, but again, it looks like the limbs have been just like just mushed together. The whole thing looks like it's curled up in a ball, almost like a dead spider. There are pieces missing and scattered across the area. As you're looking around, there seems to be bits and pieces of, oil splattered everywhere, scratch marks, burn marks. With a 17, Jurnis,
Best roll investigation as well.
yes, since you're the one who was bringing it up. But yeah, I would say, yeah, that's all that Skullface can make. It some sort of construction, but nothing that you have ever seen before. It looks almost jerry-rigged, handmade, and weird. But Jurnis, as you're looking around with the 17, you'd notice that one or two of the marks on the walls and the mess of metal seem to be sword marks.
It looks like someone took a
Um,
sword to this thing. So I
Hang
have a
on.
sneaky
Any
suspicion it
sign?
may have been animated.
Yeah. Any sign of? Do you have any burn marks on it?
Yes.
Point
Well,
of order.
that gives. Yep.
Do Warforged exist in Voarcel, and are they common knowledge?
That's a very good question. Warforged, to your knowledge, do not exist. Any kind of No, I'm sorry. I'll redact that. You have spent enough time in the Forge Lands to know that there have been some trieds in mechanical automata, basic, simple servants. In regards to a sentient, self-aware machine, nobody has made one of those yet, but people are concerned that that's a thing that they're working on deep underground.
So Jurnis is aware of Warforged as in a mindless golem.
As a mindless golem, yes.
So
Constructs.
Safe to say that this would be what Jurnis assumes this is.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
guys, I
Looks
don't want
like
to
a
alarm
golem.
anyone. There's a bigger one behind that door.
As Seedie looks through this large open door, yes, you can just make out the shape of a much, much larger construct. This one, not as haphazardly made. This one looks far more elegant in its construction. Various elements of, white, cream, and gold that have just aged and cracked and degraded over time. It is
Right.
also broken and ruined looking.
I'll take it
threshold,
as
let's go.
red.
Mm.
Oh, go on.
Before we cross the threshold here, sorry, I'm going to roll perception to see if there's anything like a trap or any kind.
Yeah, you always want to check for lasers, don't you, Jurnis?
Scully's going to say, given the sword marks have burns near them as well, I'm going to assume that Icrius has been responsible for this.
Is the oil dried in, old and flaky, or or does it look relatively fresh?
History check, please. Actually, even with a 10, I'd say the oil seems there's still a bit of tackiness to it.
I think you might be right there. Whatever destroyed this destroyed it recently. So, quite possibly our loud and brash paladin.
I hope. I mean, if it was Chemise, that's more worrying.
I don't think Chemise uses a sword that burns things.
No, she
No,
does
you're
not.
right. You're quite right.
You know what? I'm getting twitchy. Jurnis is going to cast... If you will allow me 10 minutes to cast it ritually, I'm going to cast Detect Magic.
Okay.
While Scully and Seedie are playing with their respective things.
Yeah, Skullface is going to examine the abomination properly.
He doesn't see anything wrong with the sentence.
Is this door open?
Yeah.
Oh, the door
Okay.
that you can see through? Yes.
I'm gonna fall Seedie.
Oh, I don't have to go with it.
Oh shit.
She
So
isn't
big.
gonna. Yeah, she isn't gonna go much further than that. Don't want to split from everyone else. I think it's. I think whatever it is dead.
The couple are whispering and planning and plotting.
Sorry, we had an issue with the real world dog for a moment. The Puppuccino was begging for attention.
Aw.
So, as you were looking down this corridor, it is massive. The familiar pearlescent stone is everywhere. The corridor that you were in, it seems to be part of a large ancient system. The design elements that you can see have kind of almost like a minimalist futurist style to it. It's not so much that it's been carved. It feels almost there's like more smooth edges, if that's the case. It's almost like a 1960s vibe to it, if that makes sense. However, most of it has been
My mind immediately goes to Fallout 4, the Institute.
not a million miles off. However, a lot of it has been damaged, by what appears to be time. Large chunks of stone and masonry have just, come away. Elements of it have just been exposed to the larger, the cave network and everything. For the most part, there is no light in here at all. So it is only your torches and your dark vision that you can see. And given your field of view, that's all you can see from there. Jurnis, as you cast Detect Magic, this little thing here gives off a weird, fluttering yet present ping.
Scully, step away. I
Still
think it's still alive.
That's what I'm trying to investigate.
How loudly did you say that, Jurnis?
It's kind of like a hushed whisper. It's like, Scully, don't touch.
Give me a stealth check, please.
God damn it. Why do you do this to me? 15.
15. You think you were fairly quiet. So, Skullface, what would you like to do?
What's the school of magic?
He's going to start He's going to basically try and open its casing.
Okay. So first of all, the School of Magic, that's actually a fair question. The Dungeon Master doesn't really have an answer for you there. This is a construct that... Oh, actually...
Abjuration?
There's actually something disturbingly familiar about this. I don't know if it's so much a school, but I'll give you this much. There is a familiar flavour to it as you get closer, Jurnis. So there's something on a primal level that makes you both fear and hate this thing. Emphasis on hatred.
I'm going to say Skullface is using his Tinker's tools, so he does have proficiency with them. So
Okay.
Dex +3.
Would she have encountered this kind of magic before?
We're going to get to that in a minute because two things are happening at the same time. Skullface, give me your roll to pop the hood, so to speak.
That's 21.
Okay. As you do that, there is what was hidden behind the panels is revealed to you. There is an odd pulsating red light coming from a casing deep within the chassis of this thing. It is a sickly, warm, unpleasant. It's almost like a fire, but it doesn't burn quite right. And as you lay your eyes on it, Jurnis, I would say it reminds you quite a lot of your brief periods in Avernus.
Scully, there is something demonic. Step back.
You don't need to tell me twice.
Roll me a D100, please, Sephi.
Okay.
As you step away, it remains inert.
So do you reckon if we destroy the power source, it'd be any good?
I think the power source is a demon that's been entrapped. If we destroy it,
Then-
it could unleash whatever it is.
And I'm pretty sure your mummy dearest won't be able to persuade it to stand down.
The demon are the arch enemies of devils. It would see me and try and rip me apart, and then eat you lot.
In that case, we go this way.
I'm only assuming, by the way, but I'm not going to risk it.
You want to be careful here, there's another one.
Hang on, let me get it in my spell range.
Yeah, last thing we want is for it to start ripping and tearing.
See if
And this one looks in better condition than the last one.
It's not so much better condition, more case, well, I mean, it's less twisted and mangled. The construction's completely different. This one appears to be, it's almost beautiful in a way. It's almost like, the difference between a pile of, scrap from a scrapyard and a citadel miniature, if that makes sense.
So I'm guessing this doesn't give the same demonic essence.
Does Jurnis sense that with her
You do not sense demonic energy from this. There is something, and it feels again also a little familiar, but this one reminds you more of Sir Icrius.
This one seems to have
Okay.
a sort of celestial energy from. Were these people just capturing things from other planes?
I get the feeling that they were.
That seems incredibly unlikely. How the hell do they manage that? Manage something like that?
Magic
Would
that should
Skullface-
not be toyed with.
Yeah. Would Skullface know of genies?
Genies. Oh, that is definitely too high fantasy for the mundane world of Voarcel.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Not even in stories.
In main stories, maybe. I would say in stories, sure, but
Well, you either send the old stories, trap genies in bottles, or whatever's to hand.
What's the relevance of that?
I think he's
Well,
implying that they take
yeah.
these extraplanar beings, trap them in some sort of holding device, and use them to power these things.
Like a lamp.
Exactly.
Yeah, I suppose that works.
Well, that
You know.
analogy is pretty
give me
nice.
an intelligence check. Anybody who cares to do so, who's engaging in this theoretical discussion.
Sure.
Okay, I mean 19, and well, I'll give it to Jurnis.
Yeah.
As you're looking around, these are two very different artifacts. So different, in fact, the penny kind of drops. These larger items with the celestial signature, these fit with the general aesthetic of the area. These might have been servants, guardians, whatever. Yeah. Okay, so TLDR, the large dudes, they look like they fit with the general aesthetic of the whole weird, like 60s minimalist architecture almost. They kind of fit. And because, you think that these were the original guardians that were here millennia ago or whatever, whereas that thing over there is somebody's very poor attempt to make something similar.
I get the feeling that this one was destroyed a long time ago. That one out there is a poor imitation.
Quite possibly. It does seem to be the aesthetic of the thing.
Given your field of view as well, Jurnis, you can see two more of these gigantic constructs, one at either collapsed end of this tunnel.
Oh, do I also see this?
What is this? Where are we pointing?
Sorry, over to the left, there's a little creature.
You see something, you're not too sure what that is. You'd have to get closer to see.
Alright, so there's a big golem about, let me estimate, about 100 feet that way. There's another one about 100 feet that way, but there appears to be something squishy about 60 feet that way.
Not a dead things down here.
Yes. Give me a moment. Or rather, watch my back. That seems a little bit more appropriate, I think.
Why don't
Yeah,
you
but
just
she's
send
already-
the sneaky kitty over there?
Could do that, yes, but I do have my magical detection thing, and I'm keeping an eye out for any magical traps. And I can't
Very
move.
wise.
I can't
Maybe,
move because my game timed out.
Oh no! Can you use the ruler or anything, or?
I was using the ruler. If you sort of see it, it's Becky's Jurnis for now. Just
Okay,
get
that's
to
fair.
about 30 feet away from this thing, just enough to
Oh, okay.
Right there.
Both.
The dog.
It's
Yes.
Just enough for her spell thing to encompass it, and then have a closer look.
Okay.
She's also
Okay.
keeping
As you
an
get.
eye out where she's stepping.
Yes. The floor for the most part is fairly intact, but it is a little uneven in parts. As you're getting closer, you see this seems like some kind of. It's a small insect-like creature. There's several legs, tangled limbs, a crushed carapace, and again the telltale sign of a burning sword, having slayed it.
He killed this
You've
thing.
never seen anything like this before, though.
Well, I don't know what it is, but I would call it Kirby breadcrumbs.
Icrius has saved us a lot of trouble.
So it looks like Icky went this direction.
Keeping for them, maybe?
Well, that's the evidence we have. Do we want to follow in his footsteps entirely? Actually, you're just gonna look around and see if she does actually spot any footprints.
Sure. As you're moving around, give me an investigation check. Where are you moving to exactly?
I'm staying where I am, and I can't because I can't get into the game, and Specky
Ah.
can't control Jurnis.
Well, you can always move Specky where you want him to go.
Well, it's just where she's standing. She wants to look from there.
Okay, investigation with disadvantage then.
I can't roll that.
Oh, I will roll it for you then because I am kind.
Thank you.
Also, because of the time we are wrapping up very shortly, I just want to give you a little setup for next week and the final session.
Final session.
So, investigation with the disadvantage is a 13. That's not terrible.
How does one ping?
Basically, you just push down on the left. You just left click, but you just hold it down.
Oh,
There you go.
is this door locked?
I'm so sorry. Let me zoom out. Which door? Where? Yes, that appears to be locked, similar to the other one. It's like the metal itself is just it's basically a much more extreme angle, and it is just like a solid chunk of metal.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. So I would say 13, as well as the burn marks and everything. You see another white feather, roughly over here, similar to the one that you saw in the. Actually, yeah, you see a white feather, and then just at the edge of your dark vision, I would say over here. You swear you could see something that looks like a mouse-sized parachute.
No
Mouse
way.
size.
Yeah, they went that way.
Scully, do you realise the significance of this? Graz, do you realise this?
Yeah,
I need another drink.
Sorry,
Hands over her flask.
what are we talking about?
Is with him.
and I'm willing to bet your dear Aang's sex pope is with him as well.
Oh, of course, she'd be down here too.
Sorry, Seedie. He was another travelling companion of ours for a bit. Are you familiar with Devillo, the sort of like little deep gnomes? He's mad as fuck. Made parachutes for all the mice in the tavern.
Involving a better mousetrap.
He basically
sounds
made a tiny
alike.
catapult that captured the mice, put tiny parachutes on them, and catapulted them across the room. It was quite ingenious, actually.
It's nothing but innovative.
Yeah. Well, at least we know that Icky weren't alone. At least they were following him, or he was following them.
I get the feeling they're all together.
We do also get a slight passive income from the Tardy Tyro because of the improved bits. He sold them.
Heads up, there's more of those annoying obelisks in here.
Just walk past casually.
Seedie, as you cross the threshold to this room, you hear... It's not so much you hear as you feel. It's almost like you know that feeling you get before a storm? The static in the air, the movement of your fur and the back of your arms as it stands up. It's that. There's a soft glow coming from beneath your feet. The pearlescent stone that you've been stepping on brightens, gives off a light.
Can she respond fast enough to hop off it?
Where are you hopping to?
Same side as Tahoe.
Okay. As you do that, other areas around where you were stepping begin to light up. The room itself begins to grow brighter and brighter. You get this odd humming sensation, and the warmth starts to, let's say, that'll do. Starts to fill the area.
There's
As
actually
the
a door
columns.
behind us.
Where you've just walked through? Yes.
Like actual like normal door.
Oh,
Shut the door.
not a normal door, I'm afraid.
Okay.
It's
So
a
I can't
large
like shut
inside.
it. Okay.
Yeah, I'm afraid you can't do
Yeah.
that. That would be too easy.
I was just like, if in case
That-
of emergency, I was ready to just what the fuck.
That might be something we come to in the next session, because as the room begins to light up, so do the columns begin to light up. And pouring, it's a surrealist image of a physical form falling out of stone as another one of those strange little insectile creatures stumbles, followed by another, and another, and
crap.
another, and pushing its way forward.
I say we get out of this room.
And we'll come back to this situation next
I
week.
think it's too late.
Yeah.
Everyone get up.
You're fucking
So,
I am the master of unlocking, though.
you really are, and you have unlocked some ancient prisoners from the lost prison of Nelial. Well done.
Well, guess what? This is death row now.
This is a terrible prison if it frees all the prisoners if you go into the prison.
There is an explanation which we may get to in the future, but it's
I refer
almost
back
like
to my
somebody laid a trap for you all.
I refer back to my previous statement. It's death row now, and I'm the executioner.
Oh, bless Skullface. Just bless him. So, full disclosure, this particular location, it has at least 3 or 4 different encounters, all of which are designed to be a bit of an interesting challenge for you all. Depending on your actions, one of them would be triggered. You have triggered the ones involving these particular creatures. Had you rolled low on your dex and everything on the stealth, you would have faced off against the Clockwork Abomination. Had you spent too much time poking around the remains of the older constructs, you would have faced off against a couple of Warforged Titans. And had you gone down one of the other passages, well, we'll see what happens next week. But questions, comments, and theories.
We're gonna die.
That's not a question.
Yeah, more statement. We gonna die?
There we go.
Out of
That's a good
interest,
theory.
out of interest, is infighting a thing with these creatures?
You would not know. You have literally just seen these weird, bizarre insectile creatures
Well,
just...
Skullface, it's pretty obvious this is a prison, and Skullface happens to notice what could possibly be a guard nearby.
Ah!
Don't worry, I have the perfect plan.
Take that, the big boy, and run past.
I'm glad you finally were able to get it working.
Yeah.
Good timing.
Beautiful. That was gorgeous. So, did everyone enjoy their loot drops that Skullface almost burned to a crisp?
Oh, Jurnis is going to have some fun with these.
My daggers!
We did. I did say we could. They would have been blown up as well. All three. So.
So yeah, technically speaking, this would be the very edges of the Neliar complex. So get through here, and the front door can't be too far away. Because you don't have your prison inside your city, of course not.
Well, unless it's under it.
So nobody wanted to help the poor little voidling that's been stuck on its own for 500,000 years.
Nope.
Oh,
No, I might come back.
it'd appreciate the company.
Never know.
No, Skullface decided, screw the gods, screw the voidlings away, screw them all.
Might make a
Deal with the
deal.
situation.
Teaches me a language, then I'll do its job.
Okay.
What is it with you, Tahu?
Knowledge is power.
Exactly.
And that is a creature that is basically, that would be a much more, at least you hope, it's a lot more pliant and desperate version of Mazina. Desperate to please.
Can I just point out what happened the last time you sought knowledge?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll pull
Got
the
some-
book out. Yes, I know.
Got some cool spells and everything.
Don't hardly work yet.
Mm.
Yeah,
And,
no, I don't think we want another one of those little. Yeah, no, I don't think we want another one of those little pricks running around.
So, anyone else has anything they wish to add?
Nope.
And then that will be the end of the session for today. Thank you all very much for joining us. Going down the list, Dog is currently walking dog, but oh, she's actually still in the chat. So do we get a good night from Aja?
Good night.
I love you, be safe. A very good night from Cream.
Hi.
A good night from Frux.
Good night, everybody.
Good night from Icy.
Good night, everybody.
Good night from Jurnis.
Good night, everybody.
And a good night from Sephi. Join us all next week
Yeah.
for the finale to this season of Voarcel, where absolutely nothing bad is going to happen. Honest. Good night.
That's just boring.
Bye.
Bye.